Today, two American heavyweights will be having a brutal face-off, and only one will walk away with the crown. Meet the Denali, pure V8 muscle with that deep rev. Built in Texas, this unbreakable beast has carried generations across many harsh terrains, and the 2026 Ford Expedition firing back with its 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6, engineered to perfection in Ohio and assembled in Kentucky. It doesn't rumble like the Denali, but it sure surges forward no matter what. So which of these beasts is better? Which one deserves a spot in your driveway? To find out, we'll put both through a full list of challenges: engine tests, towing capacity, endurance on rough terrains, long-haul grit, and even rate their beautiful interiors. Let's find out which one tops the game. The Denali will impress you before you even catch sight of its grille. GMC gave it a larger chrome-laced grille that even glows under the sunlight. Battling for prominence with the grille is the new 24-inch wheel that fills out just perfectly. Then there's the signature front LED lighting that stands out at night. You can tell the makers took their craftsmanship seriously, giving it wide shoulders and a tail section that looks like a moving fortress. And if you think the show ends with the exterior, you are so wrong. The interiors are even more beautiful, but we'll get to that later. Now, the Ford Expedition takes a different approach. The design is clean, almost surgical. Ford updated the front fascia with a more defined grille, broader LED bars, and a high muscular hood. Its wheel options start at 18 inches, but the platinum trim pushes that to 22, making it look even more imposing. From the side, the Expedition looks more streamlined, like it's been built for aerodynamics. All these are kind of nice to know, but the real battle lies in the specs. You might be shocked at what we realized. The GMC Yukon Denali has a strong engine. In fact, it takes its grunt very seriously. Under the hood is a tested and trusted 6.2-liter V8 engine that produces 420 horsepower. That beast is rated at about 460 pound-feet of torque mated to a 10-speed automatic. But GMC didn't stop there. For those who love efficiency and torque, there's also the 3.0-liter Duramax Turbo Diesel, which delivers 305 horsepower and a massive 495 pound-feet of torque. Those same diesel numbers are why long-haul owners love the Duramax option. It's not about speed here, it's about endurance. But don't get too excited. Ford puts on a good fight with a 3.5-liter twin turbocharged EcoBoost V6. It might look smaller, but the power plant produces 400 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque, and that number can get even higher. So what does all this actually mean on the road? Because of the V8, the Denali is steady, composed, and smooth even when stressed. The Expedition moves quicker and feels lighter despite its general size. Ford built their car to enjoy instant surges of power, while GMC built theirs for long-haul strength. Now to the towing capacity. The Expedition's maximum towing capacity is 9,600 pounds when properly equipped. But the Yukon doesn't have a fixed capacity. It varies by engine and drivetrain. For example, the 5.3-liter rear-drive versions can be rated near 8,400 pounds, while the 6.2-liter and the Duramax diesel typically sit around 8,000 to 8,200 pounds, depending on configuration. So the Expedition is a step above. The difference isn't massive, but it is pretty big. Engines, numbers, and suspension tech are obviously very important, but there are other important details to consider, like the actual on-road feel. The Yukon rides on a platform with modern upgrades. GMC has now softened that heft with adaptive dampers and available four-corner air ride suspension, so now it automatically adjusts ride height and firmness depending on road conditions. That means it glides on the highway smoother than ever. But Ford's continuously controlled damping system reacts immediately to every bump and curve. It was built from strong underpinnings too, but its chassis tuning and suspension calibration are more aggressively aimed at carrying all the bulk, while still giving better input. The result? Serious agility you wouldn't expect in a vehicle so big. Now, this is where you start to wonder, can I actually live in this thing? The Yukon Denali is loaded with high-end materials, real wood, premium leather with hand stitching, and a 10.2-inch center display paired with a 15-inch digital gauge cluster. It also invites you into seats that aren't just leather, but quilted with 16-way power adjustments. The Denali Ultimate goes the next step higher with massaging seats, and a Bose 18-speaker system that turns your playlist into surround sound theater. That should be enough to beat the 2026 Ford Expedition, right? Well, when you step inside the 2026 Ford Expedition, you're met by a wide, futuristic dashboard which is powered by Ford's new Android automotive system and runs on a massive 15.5-inch touchscreen that is positioned vertically like a tablet. The interface is fast, with full voice control and seamless smartphone integration. You know what that means? Google Maps, Assistant, and even Spotify are built right into the car. No need to plug in your phone or start a fight with Bluetooth. You can just tell it to play your road trip playlist or adjust the temperature. Then there's Blue Cruise, which is Ford's hands-free highway system. Imagine your car keeping itself in lane, monitoring traffic, and adjusting speed automatically, all while your hands rest on your lap. It's eerie the first time until it becomes addictive. So both interiors are premium, but they're built for different kinds of drivers. The Denali caters to the executive and anyone who values polished detailing, but the Expedition is for the active driver, the family person, the traveler, the one who actually uses every inch of their SUV. When it comes to size, these two are giants, and I mean giants, but how they use that size makes the difference. The Ford Expedition Max offers up to 130.9 cubic feet of cargo capacity, while the Yukon XL Denali follows closely behind with 122.9 cubic feet. Both cars offer fold-flat third rows for easy loadouts. The major difference lies in the cabin layout. The Expedition feels more functional and ready to haul a lot of gear for family trips, but the Denali feels more refined and has more luxury details. Its center console looks beautiful, though you might find yourself leaning awkwardly to grab your drink. And while its liftgate opens like a vault door, it's a single panel, so if you're parked close to a wall or in the rain, it can be inconvenient. The Expedition, on the other hand, has a split tailgate that lets you open just the lower half to toss bags in. Its third row seats also fold flat with a button, and the cup holders are where you'd actually want them. So if you're hauling kids, bags, and equipment, Ford's practicality wins. If you're chauffeuring clients or simply enjoy being pampered, Denali wins. Now let's talk numbers. This part makes all the difference. The 2026 Ford Expedition starts around $57,000 for the base trim and climbs to about $93,000 for the fully loaded Platinum Max. And for what you get in power, comfort, tech, and space, that's good value. The GMC Yukon Denali, however, starts higher, around $78,000. It climbs well past the $100,000 mark for the Denali Ultimate, so the Expedition gives you nearly the same level of luxury and comfort for less. It really depends on what you want from your SUV, and what you want it to say about you. Now, after hours of back-to-back test runs, here's how it all stacks up. The Denali came in like it had something to prove. You could feel its old school SUV grit and how it handled every test. The Expedition, on the other hand, wasn't here to play safe. It came ready to flex its raw strength. The GMC Yukon Denali wins in luxury and refinement. It's for those who want to be seen and immediately respected, but the Ford Expedition takes the trophy for versatility. It is more agile, more efficient, and gives you more for your money. It's built to work, to play, and to last. So which feeling do you want in your driveway for the next 10 years? Luxury or competence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Denali or Team Expedition? If you've made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next face-off will be even more brutal.